Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Cookie Files and the Cookie King. So let's get into it. The Cookie King is a creator on TikTok who has found a lot of success by making satirical content, and now he's shifted away from gamer satirical content towards a looks maxing satirical content. And it is kind of funny. I'll give him credit that the whole looks maxing meme and brain rot is kind of funny. But it does come to a point where you are starting to kind of be influenced by the brain rot. He's now taken on this persona where he is now effectively what he is making fun of. Like, he does have the whole looks maxing thing. He does post edits of himself. He listens to a bunch of funk. It's a whole 9 yards, right? He went full overboard on it, and it isn't necessarily a problem if you're doing it satirically, but it is a problem if you promote things like steroid use and smashing your face with a hammer to make a better jawline. Like that's the kind of brain rot we're talking here. But what's more important is the Cookie Files, or the allegations made against him. Clips I'm about to show you are from his previous quote-unquote partner, I'm gonna call it, because they weren't necessarily dating. They didn't go on any dates, but they were talking online. I think the best word for it is probably situationship. It wasn't like they were actually dating, but they were definitely talking, a lot of online talking. And the main premise of her video was that she emotionally abused him, which I do sympathize with her for. And that's something that I hate about this whole Cookie Files thing, is everyone plays it off like, oh, those texts aren't that bad. Yeah, the texts aren't that awful. The problem is what he did. It's like, yeah, he sent a bunch of cringy texts, which, I'll be honest, a lot of guys have done. Everyone's been down bad before, and everyone's made their mistakes. But the problem is that he didn't just do that. He also led on this girl for months and got her to literally fly out to him while he was leading her on.
When he was in his cabin arc, I thought he was cute, so I messaged him. We started talking and it escalated really quickly. We soon began texting every day, which then became texting all day, every day. It was constant love bombing behavior, promising me false hope through compliments, lies about loyalty to me, and planning trips between us both.
You see, that's the first problem that's here, is that he was emotionally abusive. The guy was trying to love bomb her into thinking that she was the only girl he was talking to and that he cared and loved her and yada 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 yada. Like, that's the first issue here. Why? I don't know why everyone decides that, you know, it doesn't fucking matter because it's Cookie King and the screenshots matter. That's like the least important part of the entire Cookie King files.
Calling after one of his LA trips, and he says to me, I need to tell you something, but he said it in a really jokey but mean way, and he tells me that he basically hooked up with another girl at Keishami's place. Bear in mind, he was drunk when we were on this call. I'm fuming, I'm so hurt, and he begins making himself the victim in the situation when I'm the one whose trust was broken and who was lied to. For some reason, he never gets held accountable for anything, completely manipulates me, and my stupid, naive self forgives him again. He even says, if you avoid me, I'm a...
That's fucking cheating. That is cheating. He cheated on her. Why does no one talk about that? He cheated on her, and I'll give her her fair share of blame. She did allow him to continue talking to her after this. That would have been a swift block if that was me. But at the same time, he did threaten to kill himself. Kill himself if she didn't keep talking with him. I don't understand why everyone looks over that part of the Cookie Files. That's fucking weird. That is weirdo behavior and deserves some sort of like, hey dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Her video goes viral and more girls keep coming out against him. This is something he's done to multiple girls. Either way, I crash out. I'm so upset. His manipulation was so bad that I actually ended up apologizing for being upset that he lied to me. He becomes friends with Clav again. By this point, who we all know has heavily influenced his views on women. They spend a lot of time together clubbing and talking about women in a derogatory way. And he ends up ranting to me about women so much in general that it becomes really quite strange.
Like, are we kidding here? Dude, he literally just becomes a woman hater. Like the fucking incel I made a video about, where he just talks and rants about women all the fucking time. That's weirdo behavior, dude. Like, you shouldn't be thinking about vagina that much. It is absurd. I don't understand it at all. Like, that is
He was
weird.
something
That's fucking
I fly all the way
weird.
from London to San Jose, California. He was meant to pick me up at the airport, but I actually saw text between him and Clav saying that he can't be bothered to drive that far. Asshole. So I Uber to my hotel and I wait. I'm thinking just about all these promises, how much fun we're going to have and how much we like each other, how much quality time we're going to spend together. Well, he sleeps until 4 to 5 p.m. every day, and he doesn't want to do anything at all. I spam his phone one day at 11 a.m. I've been up for hours already. I've gone and gotten coffee, I've taken a walk around downtown, but I'm trying to get him to come over so we can do some activities as planned. I can't drive, so he's my only way around, which would be great because we agreed on that. But he doesn't want to do anything, and he just wants to stay in his room on his computer. That's what he told me. I'm so bored that I don't even know what to do. I don't know the area, I don't know the people. I'm alone all the way across the world. It got to a point that I call him up bawling my eyes out, telling him to just get me a plane ticket home because I was so sad and so lonely. Throughout the trip, we went shopping once, we went to the movies, and we spent some time at my hotel. But there was so much time that I spent alone, crying my eyes out in this hotel room. I remember one of the days he stays over with me, he holds my face in his hands, he stares into my eyes, and he tells me over and over again how much he likes me. And stupidly, I believed him. It's the last day of my trip, and he's driving me to the airport. I feel like he knew how obviously terrible my trip had been, and maybe he felt bad, so we made a pit stop to these little Japanese gardens, which was actually very cute, and I filmed a bunch of content for him.
I don't know why nobody has addressed this part of the video where he's obviously just manipulating this girl so he can sleep with her. That is like the entire point. And it's not like like, I'll fly you out, we can have a good time, ha 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 ha, like something fucking corny like that. No, this guy's like actually love bombing and manipulating. That's fucking weird, dude. That's weird. That's such a shitty behavior, and the fact that nobody's actually said anything about it is insane to me. Like, why are we not holding him accountable for being a fucking dirtbag? Like, that's insane. Yeah, I know he hangs around dirtbags, but that doesn't mean you have to fucking be one, dude.
I did a bunch with him. I go home and he's still feeding me lies about wanting to see me, but then he just becomes so unbelievably distant that it became clear to me that he had gotten what he wanted. He stops texting me altogether except for when he's drunk, alone, or asking for intimate pictures. Instead of love bombing, he begins breadcrumbing me with small pieces of attention to try and keep me hooked and to try and keep me available to him whenever he wanted. This is also something that he's done to multiple girls. Time goes by and he's still doing this, and then he posts up with a new girl on Clav's streams. I unfollow him, he unfollows me back. So I know it's really disgusting how Clav described that entire situation as a slave mission. It's extremely derogatory and disrespectful to a beautiful young girl, and I hope she escapes the leaky space as much as she can. Interestingly enough though, he called me before that trip and was spamming my phone, asking me to comfort him the way that I used to. Stupidly, I do. We start briefly talking again, but when I saw those videos, it was done. All I wanted was a genuine apology from him. The manipulation, love bombing, and lies for cheap comfort and to use me for my body hurt me so much that I fell into a seriously deep depression that I actually ended up having to be prescribed medication for, which I'm still on. I felt so used, so hurt, and it breaks my heart that I allowed myself to be treated that way. This type of behavior cannot be allowed to go unnoticed with no repercussions, especially from somebody with a lot of influence and a big platform.
Unfortunately, I can almost promise that he will not face any repercussions for this. All of his fucking friends here are just, like, full of shit. It is insane. Literally everyone is taking the wrong thing away from the entire video. The entire point of her showing all the pictures and all the DMs was to show proof for what she was saying. It was not to expose him. It was to show proof. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna embarrass him for clicks. No, it was to show proof. Like, look at fucking Hooperfy here. The guy literally takes the worst take on this video I have seen.
Alright guys, I just read the Cookie files. I watched that girl's 8-minute long video. Some of the things Cookie did were definitely messed up. Like, I am not defending that at all. But that girl probably leaked every text message and every DM they've ever had. Like, I was pausing the video maybe like 100 times to read everything. I promise you we didn't need all those screenshots to believe you guys were talking. Like, 1 or 2 screenshots would have been fine.
Are you fucking slow? You just blowing from Stupid Town? What the fuck are you talking about? That wasn't the point. That was to show proof of what she was saying. The love bombing was why she showed so many fucking clips. It wasn't like, oh, look at this fucking weirdo over here. No, it was to be like, hey, he did love bomb me. I liked it. But that's not okay. She wasn't condemning any of the texts themselves. She was showing proof of his actions that he took. Like, look, he even has another video trying to back up this same claim.
The girl who released the Cookie files actually played herself so bad because if she released like 1 or 2 pictures just to prove they were talking, I promise you so many more people would be on her side. But the fact that she decided to leak every single DM and text message they ever had, everyone was like, nah, like you're the weird one. Like something's going on because that isn't normal at all. Like releasing personal DMs is just such a low move.
You know what's also a low move? Using a girl for her body, emotionally manipulating the girl, and then fucking every other girl you see. Dude, this isn't even the first time he's done this. This is the first time somebody's made a video about it and shown proof. That's why she showed so much proof. The texts aren't supposed to be embarrassing. They are embarrassing, but that wasn't the point of them. Like, this is something that just gets reiterated over and over and over again by his stupid fucking friends. Like, look at this video.
So the Cookie Files just dropped, and all I have to say is, bro, I don't really give a fuck. By no means am I excusing what Cookie King did or his behavior, but hey man, as long as the dude's not talking to minors, it's his life, he can do whatever he wants.
What the fuck is that logic? That's so fucking backwards. Well, I know he murdered, like, a 12-year-old girl, but, you know, at least he didn't have coitus with her. What? That's such fucking backwards logic. What the fuck are you talking about?
I also keep seeing screenshots of like the DMs Cookie had sent these girls. Don't get me wrong, some of them are bad, but don't act like 90% of men have been down bad as fuck and have sent DMs similar to those before. I'm not saying that every man is exactly like Cookie King, because let's be honest, that dude is a little bit overly freaked out from the looks of those DMs. But I'm sure there are so many dudes who are going out making fun of Cookie King right now who've also sent freaky text messages before. We're human. However,
Yeah, that's not the fucking issue. The issue isn't, oh, like, you know, he sent some freaky text messages. That's not the fucking issue, guy. The issue is that he fucking threatened to kill himself and emotionally manipulated this girl. That's the issue. Why are we treating it like, oh, him being freaky is an issue? That's not an issue. No one cares. That's not the problem with the video.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know what the Cookie King allegations were about, basically he was DMing this girl on Instagram, got a little bit freaky with her, and had her fly out to California, and like she had a bad experience with Cookie King or something like that. I can almost guarantee you that if Cookie King still to this day was showing that girl attention, she would have not released the Cookie Files. Another thing I will say is that releasing someone's private messages to try and embarrass them for likes and clicks on the internet is extremely messed up. Long story short, Cookie King ended up dating this girl, and she had a not very great experience with him. And Cookie King also sent some pretty self-incriminating text messages, but hey man, whatever. At least the dude doesn't like kids.
Do you understand how fucking stupid you sound? You are arguing that just because Cookie King didn't talk to kids, that he's somehow in the right here? Not to mention, you're also fucking victim blaming. Dude, he literally threatened to kill himself. He threatened to kill himself. And then you make the claim that, oh, well, if she was still getting attention, she wouldn't care. No, dude, he cheated on her, like, multiple times. Multiple times. That wasn't the issue that she had. She had an issue with the fact that she was being manipulated by Cookie King. Cookie King has now made himself an entire asshole here. Dude, he literally just shows how fucking shitty of a person he is. And now he has his boys like fucking Clav trying to defend him. It's so fucking brain dead.
Release the Cookie Files. The Cookie Files. Should we talk about the Cookie Files? Here's all I have to say about this. I think it's really messed up to leak somebody's private messages, and I think her whole post could have been done without leaking all these private messages. I don't think that's right. The worst. I have empathy because when I was in high school, like, just like almost every man hopefully watching this, like, you probably sent stuff that might have been embarrassing. I think the intent was to really embarrass him, and I don't rock with that. I don't rock with like releasing somebody's private stuff.
I sped this clip up by 2 times, and you can still notice how he doesn't stare at the camera once. He might give it an occasional glance, but they look like they're giving a really shitty class project that they didn't do any fucking work on. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And you can fucking see it. They didn't even watch the video. They just know that information was leaked. Like the first guy, Santa Cruz, like what the fuck are you talking about? Well, I think leaking information is bad and that's why the Revolutionary War was won. Dude, you're not going to get a fucking A on your project. Your project sucks. Not to mention your fucking claim sucks, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, she's coming at him for doing all this shit, but it's like, at the end of the day, she's 24 years old, the kid's 20, very, very new to dating and all this stuff, so maybe you didn't handle it the way that you wanted or something. It's like, you know what I mean? I texted Cookie, I'm like, hey man, from my opinion, I think you should be like a gentleman and like respectful, but I'm like, you did nothing wrong. Somebody leaking your private information and embarrass you over and over again, I really don't rock with it. So I'm like, dude, like, you should learn from something, and I think be a gentleman, be respectful, all that's great. That's how I was raised, but bro, I also wasn't raised to leak somebody's private things. That's crazy, bro.
And just a heads up, for the chick who posted that shit, DMing on TikTok my ex-girlfriend to come out against me and Cookie, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, dude. So she texts the girl Violet who was locked in, trying to get her to speak out like how bad like we are and how I influence Cookie to like say the shit to chicks or whatever. But it's like, dude, you could tell this is just some clout chasing. She was like trying to get her to go on a podcast. It wasn't just like speak out. She wants to do like whole fucking podcast.
They
start making money. And it's like, dude, same shit every time.
Yeah. So Cookie, you're good. And that's another thing, guys. Back up your friends. 100% back up your friends. Like, my friends have to do some crazy shit for me to not have their back. That is one of the most important things in life. Like, you need to have your friends back. So, everybody hating on Cookie King, you're crazy. You like his videos, you like him. If you want to be like, hey, you should handle it this way, that's fine. But like, if you think all that stuff leaked about him and somebody posting like private messages is cool, then whew, that's crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Very
let's get to just release the Cookie Files. It's like, bro.
These two are fucking brain dead monkeys. They only fucking listen to her when there's a picture on screen. That's the only implication I have gotten from that entire fucking video. I'll spell it out for you real fucking slow, Clav. He threatened to kill himself if she left him. That is fucked up. I know you didn't watch the video. You only saw fucking pictures in your comments. But I'll spell it out for you real fucking simple. Real simple. He abused her emotionally, and that's not good. That is not respecting women. Honestly, I'm happy his shit got leaked because he's a scumbag. And by the way, the reason all that shit was leaked was to show evidence. You would know that if you listen to the video. The entire video is him or her showing evidence. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. And then they make this claim that her reaching out to his ex-girlfriend is somehow bad. Like, I don't know a lot about that. That might be reaching a little bit, but I don't know anything about that. And Clav isn't going to elaborate on that. Fucking Santa over here is so... I just can't get it. I can't get it. These two are so fucking stupid. Along with the other creators I pulled in this video. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Like, honestly, I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, that's probably going to be the end to my video. These guys are such scumbags. If you liked the video and stayed this long, please drop a like or a sub. Anyway, see ya.